You are watching coverage of the St. Croix Soccer Club, live on VAC TV.
I am legend.
I am legend.
Tom Fitzer with Valley Access here with St. Croix Legends assistant coach Jake Smothers. Jake, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, Tom. Thanks for being here.
All right. Well, good to be here. Obviously, last time out against Rochester, not obviously the result you're looking for. How does the team, and just everything that could have went wrong in that game went wrong? How do you bounce back? Do you just kind of basically do you just kind of put it in the background, don't really think about it, or do you use it as a teaching lesson?
It's got to be a little bit of both. You have to get over the loss quickly, right? I mean, unfortunately for us, we've had I think 9 days between games. But there's a lot of teachable moments in that game as well. I mean, 2 yellows from a center forward the first 35 minutes, whether or not we agree with them is something that we can't make those type of mental mistakes at this level. Inability to finish in the first 35 probably set us up for some heartbreak later on in the game as well. So those are all things that need to be factored into the training sessions that built into this game with Racine.
And with RKC, with the game today, what does the team need to do to get back on the winning track?
We have to play with confidence. I think the Rochester game came in a little bit, maybe a little bit nervous as the stakes are starting to rise a little bit with playoffs looming and our position in the table. And, we didn't take our chances early, and I think it started to cause more and more pressure, and then it led to some mental mistakes, and then all of a sudden the game's out of reach. So today it's about getting back to just being calm, collective, and playing with that sort of flair that has, really defined our team this year.
And then, looking at the playoffs, what is the team? How many more points does the team need to get to qualify for the playoffs?
Boy, there's a lot of math to do there. I think it's important that we get results in our next 3 games. I think that do we need 9? Probably not. Do we need 6? I think 6 would be comfortable. 4 would be pushing it. The key here is we got to come out. We have to play for 3 points tonight.
All right. Any other thoughts on the game coming up?
I'm excited to watch it. We've got, Racine's always been a really solid team, playoff team last year. They've brought a really strong team with them, so it should be an exciting match.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jake. This has been Tom Fitzer with Valley Access. Tom Fitzer with Valley Access here with Shelly Momlove of Knockerball St. Paul. Shelly, how you doing today?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Oh, very glad to have you here. So exactly what do you guys do at Knockerball? What do you do?
We are an inflatable rental company. We come to you with bouncy house, blow-up foot darts that you can throw footballs at and kick soccer balls at, and we have bubble soccer. So you get in a bubble, inflatable bubble, and you play soccer, field games, play different fun kind of FIAD games.
Very cool. And you're from the area, correct?
Yep. Originally from Iowa, but I've been here for 14 years.
Very cool. And how long has Knockerball, how long has the company been around?
Company's been around since, I believe, 2001, so it's still fairly new. We just bought into it last year, and we're having a bunch of fun.
Very cool. And what you're going to be doing something at halftime today? What exactly are you guys going to be doing?
We're going to do a little 10-minute soccer game, mini soccer game, I think 6-on-6, if I believe. And just some kids in the ball, knocking each other around, having fun.
It sounds like a good time. And then what other than the events tonight you're doing, I know you mentioned this is your 3rd event today. What other kind of events do you go work at?
Yeah, so we've been really busy. We did the farmers market today. We do different farmers markets, which is really fun. All ages jump in the bouncy house. And we also have a big water slide, which is really fun. And we do, we've done church events, we've done school events, lots of birthday parties. Yeah, pretty much. It's endless.
Very cool. And are you excited for the game today?
Yeah, definitely. Love soccer.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Well, very good. Well, thank you, Shelly. Thank you for doing this. I hope you enjoyed the game, and I look forward to halftime.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This has been Tom Fitzer with Valley Access. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from Pony Stadium here on the campus of Stillwater High School in Stillwater, Minnesota. My name is Tom Fitzer, joined again by Adolfo Gonzalez. Adolfo, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad. So another warm, beautiful night here in Stillwater for this USL 2 Deep North matchup between St. Croix Legends and RKC Third Coast. Last time these two teams met a couple weeks ago, St. Croix romped over them 4-0. Since then, speaking of 4-0, that was RKC's last game against Rochester FC, a 4-0 win. And the last game, unfortunately, for St. Croix was also against Rochester. That was a 3-1 loss. Game was highlighted by 14 yellow cards, including 2 to Legends leading scorer Nathan Donovan. And because of that, there will be no Nathan Donovan this evening. 2 yellow cards equals a red. Means you're out for the rest of that game and the game afterwards. So, Adolfo, what is obviously missing someone of Nathan Donovan's caliber is going to, hurt the team in some way. But how is St. Croix going to respond to that? What do they have to do to win today?
No, I think on their bench they're going to have a lot of quality depth on their bench to see who's going to be that person to be able to step up. I think the mentality of either the coaches and the players too as well, playing at a high level, is next man up, right? When one player is either gets injured, suspended, who's up next to be able to take on the challenge, to be able to fill in that void. And here's an opportunity for them to showcase why they should also be in the conversation of maybe that starting 9. So I'm not too worried about them not having a true number 9 like Nathan Donovan, because I think looking at the roster and looking at the depth, somebody should be able to go ahead and step up.
It looks like number 11, Gora will be taking Nathan Donovan's spot at that forward position. Shea Bechtel has been starting most of the year. He's there normally, but what does Gora bring that's different than Nathan Donovan to the game?
You know what? The difference between Nathan Donovan and Gora is probably the more technical aspect of being able to play off the ball, play it underneath it, holding out the ball a little bit more. The technical aspect of maybe playing even as a false 9, where Nathan Donovan is very direct, very fast, very strong. He's very direct too as well, and he causes a lot of defenders problems physicality-wise, right? So it should be interesting to see the dynamic and how they use Gora. Maybe he kind of plays more of a false 9 and comes in between the lines to be able to receive the ball rather than having him sprint 20, 30 yards down as a Nathan Donovan would and be able to get that good touch in stride and shoot it. So it should be interesting to see how they utilize Gora.
Another couple things. Obviously, last time out for St. Croix didn't go that well. And then also, last time these two teams played here, St. Croix just absolutely rolled over RKC. So, you know, obviously RKC is going to have a bit of motivation to kind of give it back to St. Croix, and also St. Croix is coming off a kind of a bad loss. What does St. Croix in that respect have to do to get a result today?
You know, I think the biggest thing is how good are they going to be able to shake off the loss and the bad performance they had against Rochester, right? I think that's going to be the biggest thing for me for this game, being playing as a home team today, is how quickly can they go ahead and shake it off? How quickly can they get confidence? The first couple minutes, how quickly can they get into a good pattern play between the midfielders and get everybody distributing the ball throughout everybody and getting some touches in. And then from there, how quickly can we go ahead and get Gorbor and the wingers into the attack and be able to create these opportunities? I think the biggest thing for them is they're creating opportunities really on and really fast and early in the game. But then if they don't score those ones, then those will come back and bite them in the butt later on throughout the game. And we saw that in multiple games, the Bavarians games where they tied 3-3 against with them, I believe, for the Minnesota Cup, or league. I can't remember what game that was, but it's just, are they able to go ahead and take their chances and opportunities quickly within the first couple of minutes, so that way they can close out the game a lot easier.
Very good. Starting lineup, starting for RKC. Daniel Reyna in goal, Will O'Connor, Tank Anderson, Jaden Strumeyer, Zhao Pinto at defense. Got Callum Shillington, Alan Alonso, Michael Riley at midfield, and your forward line is Kevin Andrews, Michael Fotstad, and Channing Chaston. And we'll now have the national anthem. All right, and your starting lineups for St. Croix. In goal is Nolan Meyer. His three defenders are Aiden Hillis, Jared Hecht, and Cole Schraggy. Midfielders Leo Kane, Casey McCloskey, Stu Sane, Jacob Dinzio, and Pascal Leatherman. And then the two players up top, Gora and Shea Bechtel. Once again, no Nathan Donovan, 2 yellow cards in the last game. He'll be out for this game. Luckily, it wasn't a straight red card because that would mean he'd be done for the next game as well. And standings right now, St. Croix currently sitting in third with 17 points from 9 games. RKC currently right behind them with 15 points through 10 games. As you can see, Thunder Bay is currently leading the league. 9 games played, 19 points. Bavarians right behind them. Also with 19 points, though, with 10 games played. Minneapolis City and Rochester FC rounding out the Deep North Division. Rochester FC, you can see they have 2 wins on the year. Strangely enough, both of them have been against St. Croix. Their opening game of the year, Rochester got the victory, and then in the last game for St. Croix, which is right here, about 9 days ago, we saw St. Croix lose 3-1. Kind of just if you didn't watch it, it was just everything that could have went wrong. The Nathan Donovan red card, and then 2 goals within the last 5 minutes of the first half kind of set the tone for the rest of the game. St. Croix did pull a goal back, but it was too late, and the final score was 3-1 Rochester. Again, Rochester only 2 wins on the year, both of them against St. Croix.
I think the biggest thing here, right, closing it out with 2 games left in the regular season, is the mentality of just winning. Right, they found themselves the entire season here sitting up top on for the first place and letting some games just kind of slip up, whether they're games that they tied or games that they lost. Biggest thing for them to finish out tonight and against Minneapolis City here next week is win. Right, let's try to get 6 points, try to get yourselves in the best position to be able to get the playoffs.
That is the key. Hopefully St. Croix can indeed pull 3 points out. Once again, last time they played RKC here, a 4-0 win against the team from Racine, Wisconsin, currently sitting in 4th in the Deep North. Yep, St. Croix does have a game in hand. St. Croix is 2 points behind Thunder Bay with the same number of games played. They are behind Bavarians, but they do have a game in hand. Hopefully they can make up that difference tonight with a victory as the teams are set to go. St. Croix in their 3-5-2. RKC looks like they're playing in a 4-3-3. Though they'll be kind of fluid formations. It's not, just not stock and everybody sticks to their positions. Modern soccer. So
no, should be interesting to see how they adapt today.
All right, RKC with the kickoff. Big ball played up by Pinto. Sends it all the way into the box for St. Croix. And Nolan Meyer will roll it out to Aiden Hillis. RKC with a bit of pressure here earlier in the game. Schraggy on that left-hand side. His family is in attendance today, all the way from Iowa. Ball played up. Ball flicked in, pass, but now RKC will control. Defended by Schraggy, ball's headed out, and now Schraggy will take that throw in for St. Croix. Gorgar with a back heel to Dinzio. Dinzio, the youngest player, flicks a ball.
Oh, he's on.
Shea Bechtel is onside. Shea Bechtel driving towards that. The left-footed shot that looked like a goalie. Yep, the goalie for RKC, Reyna, did get a fingertip to that and deflected it onto the football crossbar. So just Reyna keeping the game 0-0 here, and we're barely in the second minute. And Shea Bechtel with a bullet of a left-footed shot just couldn't quite get it, as Dinzio will take a left-footed corner kick. An in-swinging corner kick. We'll have to see if St. Croix can get that early lead like they almost just did. Dinzio with the cross in, headed clear by RKC. Pascal Leatherman giving chase. He'll roll it all the way back to Aiden Hillis. Swings it across to Schraggy. Well, we can see, with, normally you're expecting Nathan Donovan to be a more direct player like that, and Shea Bechtel showing he's no slouch when it comes to that either.
No, absolutely. Right in that first minute, we're looking at Gorgar just coming in a little bit underneath there. He recovered that ball quickly.
And Meyer trying to clear it, goes off an RKC player. Luckily, he's able to corral it and roll it out to Hill. Let's continue.
Yeah, no, Gorgar being a little bit underneath and saving that ball on the 50-yard line and putting that ball in the middle for somebody in the midfield to be able to go ahead and put that ball for Bechtel. Who is occupying that second number 9 position up top.
McCloskey back to Schraggy. Schraggy, the ever-present Jared Hecht. Hecht rolls it across to Hillis. Big ball played on the left-hand side to Kane. Kane controlling.
I think Kane this season, when he comes off the bench, has been a very
Kane cuts into the box.
Maker.
Kane rolls to the top of the box. And RKC snuffs out the danger.
Yeah, Leo Kane has been just a difference maker off the bench, and excited to see him being on the starting lineup here today, because he just adds another element to very direct involvement into opportunities that he creates.
All right, St. Croix now controlling McCloskey, last year's NCAA Division III National Tournament Player of the Tournament, as the St. Olaf team he played for wound up winning the national championship. He has a couple teammates on the field with him right now. Aiden Hillis, and I believe there's someone else. I just can't quite find them right now. As Hillis controls on the left-hand side. Sane in the middle. Back to Hillis. Now Hecht. Hecht will just roll it across back to Hillis. St. Croix being patient. Kane on the left-hand side. Kane finding Dinzio. Dinzio trying to shield and turn around his man, couldn't quite, but it's going to be an RKC throw-in despite protestations from Dinzio.
Again, Dinzio, youngest player on that field right now, ECNL product, just graduated from Hill Murray, a month ago?
Something like that, yeah.
So a month ago,
yeah.
And he's here playing with guys who are D1 prospects, Minnesota United, 2 players, national team, national championship winners in D3 level, and so it's impressive to see this young man, 18 years old, freshly graduated from high school, playing with all these
big ball played
players.
Back to Meyer. Meyer managing to control. RKC maybe claiming they may have had some evidence that Meyer may have played that with his arm, but Referee does not make the call. Oh, Hecht has the ball stolen off his foot. Now RKC with a left-footed shot. Meyer coming out of his box and covering up that mistake. Hecht having the ball picked off his foot. Not exactly what you want to do if you're the last man back. RKC takes a quick corner as Riley. Riley was the man who got the shot on net there. Andrews controlling the left-hand side, defended by Leatherman. Ball swung to the top of the box. Alonso swings it across, a long shot right into the gloves of Meyer. He corrals easily, and a bit of pressure there from RKC. Hecht, normally not one you see make a play like that.
No, and it kind of, even with last game, right, in the first half, he has been taking way too many touches on the ball as a center back and creating bad mistakes from the back. And you see it here. It just seems to continue that. He's good with when he does that, but when he has the ball on his feet just a little too long, it tends to make a little bit too many mistakes.
And another corner kick for RKC, their second one of the game already. We had 3 corners in this game already. 1 for St. Croix, 2 for RKC. Stu Sane with it again. We just saw it again with another probably ill-advised pass, in his own defensive third across the middle of the field, picked off easily by RKC. They'll now have another corner kick because the ball swung in and headed clear. Andrews will let it go out, and it'll be a throw-in for RKC. Sorry. And it looks like Anderson will be taking the throw-in. Ball cleared out by Hecht. And RKC, that one went out, flicked off an RKC player, and St. Croix will get to relieve a little bit of pressure and get a throw-in deep in their own half. Hillis on the throw-in for St. Croix. More throw-ins as RKC now wins a throw-in. That's about the 4th or 5th one we've already had, and we're in the 7th minute. So hopefully the game get bit more flow here as we get going, as Andrew controls for RKC. Ball swung all the way back to João Pinto. He swings it over. Hillis defending on that right-hand side. Leatherman almost to the interception. Now Andrews driving in the middle of the field, defended by Leatherman. He tracks back, forces him out wide. Andrews with a left-footed shot, not too much on it. Corralled easily by the University of Milwaukee product, Nolan Meyer, as Leo Kane controls on that left-hand side, trying to find Gora Gora. Ball is intercepted by RKC, and they'll swing it back to Reyna in their goal. Reyna swings it all the way across to the captain of RKC, and a big ball play up the left-hand side. Hecht defending Riley. Tugged the jersey, knocked him over, and that'll be a free kick for RKC. RKC in these early goings has, Bechtel did have that one shot, but ever since then it's kind of just been RKC has been a lot more comfortable on the ball, passing, quicker, just playing just better right now.
No, absolutely. Right now it seems like St. Croix is just a little bit uncomfortable being on the ball when it's a little strange when you look at the quality of players they have in the field. You have a lot of players that that can handle the ball really well, and so seeing them look a little uncomfortable on the ball tells me that the idea of how to be able to transition into the attack, they kind of don't have it or are afraid to make a mistake.
Bechtel rising at it. He flicks it on, but it'll fall into the arms of Reyna as Gora Gora gives chase. 9th minute here at Pony Stadium, still 0-0 between St. Croix and RKC. Big ball played up, swung across. Beautiful left-footed ball by Jaden Strumeyer, number 4, wearing the captain's armband today for RKC. Ball clear out to the right side for RKC. RKC trying to build a little bit of pressure, trying to find a way through the St. Croix defense. Andrews dropping deep in the midfield to conduct. Swings it over to Alonso. Alonso dancing on the ball.
Yeah, RKC just looks very comfortable on the ball, and their off-the-ball movements too as well to be able to create angles and different passing lanes for each other is there. I just think right now St. Croix in the first 10 minutes have been very, very direct in their attack, and that's fine if they want to play direct soccer, but I think with the quality that they have, they should be able to keep the ball, maintain the ball, keep possession, and find those opportunities.
Hecht will let Nolan Meyer take this free kick as he pushes his teammates up. Presumably a big ball coming here from Meyer. Big booming ball played up, trying to find Leo Kane. Leo Kane jumping, not quite high enough, but Stu Sane controls, finding Denzio. RKC calling for a handball, nothing doing, and it ended up being a St. Croix throw-in. Aiden Hill is taking it for St. Croix. Just notice, I don't think Casey McCloskey's had a touch of the ball yet. He might have had a couple, but I really haven't noticed it.
And it's from the direct play of them trying to be very direct. So they'll skip a lot of players to try to go a little bit more direct. So here, knocks a couple of passes. Can we get comfortable? Can we find our 6s and our 8s and get the ball? Can we find Pascal Leatherman on the ball? Can we find Jacob Denzio on the ball and allow them to create and combine with the guys on the outside?
Chipped ball trying to find Gora Gora, headed out by João Pinto, and that will be a throw-in for St. Croix ball boys. On the Johnny on the spot tonight. They're well versed in what they're doing. Ball will be back in quickly as Kane throws it in, finding Denzio. Denzio muscled off the ball, but now Stu Sane controls. Stu Sane going to roll it back to Aiden Hillis. RKC not giving St. Croix a lot of time anywhere in the field. They've had to, as McCloskey dances past one defender, can't quite find the second one. He wins the ball back. McCloskey cutting in the middle. The St. Olaf Proc with a left-footed shot.
Ooh.
And a fine save by Reyna. That may have been going outside the post. Actually, I think it did hit the post. Never mind, that did hit the post. McCloskey smacking the outside of the post and went directly out for a goal kick, I believe. Looks like that's what's happening. Yeah, that is okay. Yeah, that was they did call a goal kick. Okay, it looked like Reyna got a left hand to that. McCloskey showing his really, we were just saying we really heard his name, said his name that much tonight, and then all of a sudden he just springs into action and just gets a dynamite scoring chance. He just missed that.
And that's just the quality of players that they have individually. Every single player on the St. Croix Legends team is quality, top player. And so we got to be able to see that a little bit more for each individuals, but then how can we bring that in collectively and make sure that each player complements each player well?
Hopefully St. Croix can continue to do that as RKC controls. One back by Hillis. Hillis knocked over, no foul called. Ball played on the left-hand side. Andrews defended by Hecht. Hecht with an excellent piece of defending, winning the ball, and finding McCloskey on the right-hand side. McCloskey tearing down the right-hand side. He finds Shea Bechtel. His St. Olaf teammate Bechtel finding Denzio in the middle. Denzio's got some room to run. He's defended by number 6, Shillington. Ball swung out wide to Leo Kane. Leo Kane trying to work his way into the box. A left-footed cross. No one quite there at the end as McCloskey couldn't quite keep it in. And it'll be an RKC throw. And we've seen the last few minutes St. Croix has looks a lot more comfortable on the ball. They're making some good combinations like we're used to seeing them do.
They're growing. They're growing into the game for sure. I still think that the guys in the midfield are holding on to the ball just a little bit there. Prior to that attacking, the guy, I forgot what, I think it was the midfielder there who had the opportunity to get the ball and get the ball off his feet, but he just held on to the ball just a little too long there, created a defensive turnover, and Hecht had to save it here on the 10-yard line. But just being able to get the ball off their feet just a little bit quicker, finding your outlets, especially playing forward. They're there, but you're just holding on to the ball just a little too long.
Throw in by RKC, right directly to Aiden Hillis. Ball banks off Leatherman. Big ball played in the air. Kane defending, brought down well by RKC. Stu Sane now controls in the middle. Stu Sane finding McCloskey on that right-hand side. McCloskey dancing past one defender into the box. McCloskey with a cross, maybe a shot. Either way, the ball gets headed out by an RKC defender, and that will be the second corner kick of the game for St. Croix.
The difference makers tonight, I believe, are going to be the guys in the 3-5-2 are going to be the guys on the outside, which is going to be Casey and Leo. So the midfielders, the moment we get the ball, as we're playing forward, can we find our outlets on the outside and let them just go in and tear up? We've seen Leo on the left side create a couple of great moments.
Denzio with the cross in. Reyna only managing to get a punch to it. Didn't look like there was anyone there. He may have been looking directly in the sun. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, and now it'll be controlled by St. Croix deep in their own half.
And then Casey here on the right side too as well. Get them involved, right? And just find them on the outside as your outlets and let them kind of tear up the wings.
Casey McCloskey, the bespectacled, once again, D3 National Tournament Player of the Tournament as St. Olaf won that national championship. Jared Hecht pushing a bit up in there. Now he'll trot back to his normal position as Schraggy will control on the left-hand side here for St. Croix. Schraggy plays his college soccer at Drake. Ball bounces not exactly how Leatherman would have wanted it. Stu Sane stepping into the breach. Gora jumping for a header. Got a maybe put a forearm in the back of an RKC player. Looks like that was Shillington, number 6. And RKC will have a free kick. 15th minute here, Pony Stadium, still 0-0 in this USL 2 Deep North matchup. Third place St. Croix against fourth place RKC. Last time these two teams played, St. Croix absolutely obliterated RKC 4-0, just a masterclass performance. However, the last game for each team was against Rochester, RKC with a 4-0 win, and St. Croix unfortunately with a 3-1 loss, which also, due to 2 yellow cards, leaves them without the services of Nathan Donovan. Today is a big ball played up.
Oh,
not dealt with very well by the St. Croix defense, though it does just result in an RKC throw-in taken by number 7, Kevin Andrews. Riley and Andrews playing a bit of a 1-2. Riley, number 10 for RKC, trying to weave his way into the box. He manages to. Ball poked back to Riley. We have a penalty call here. Don't know. It did look like someone got a bit of Riley from behind. But we are going to have a penalty kick here in the 16th minute. So he's going to step up and take it for RKC as Nolan Meyer stands the net. He tries to keep this 0-0. Well, as you can see there, ball not dealt with well by the defense. Leads to a throw-in. That throw-in eventually leads to a Riley getting into the box. And RKC, I think that might be João Pinto taking it. I can't quite see his number from here, but either way, RKC with a penalty kick here. Nolan Meyer standing in net. Referee gets everything set, blows his whistle. Looks like number 4, that would be Jaden Strumeyer, sending Meyer the wrong way, and we have our first goal of the match in the 17th minute. Jaden Strumeyer off a PK for RKC.
just defensively, again, just not at the level that they should be. Even with Rochester, that first half defensively, it's just been really poor. Yeah, something needs to happen. Something changed mentality-wise, maybe tactically-wise. The defense right now is not at the level that they should be playing at.
RKC with a 1-0 lead off a penalty kick taken by number 4, Jaden Strumeyer. He sends Meyer the wrong way here. And we have a 1-0 lead.
Number 4, Jaden Strumeyer.
So now St. Croix controls the box. Stu Sane finding McCloskey. McCloskey defended well. RKC keeps it in the tried to keep it in the field of play, couldn't quite do it. That was number 2, Will O'Connor. And now St. Croix will restart play. Leatherman controlling in the middle of the field. Does seem like RKC so far is like that midfield, like the middle part of the field. They've just kind of owned it so far.
Yeah, and sometimes they'll do that. I mean, it looks like they're playing a 3-5-2 as well. Occasionally now, it looks like they might be able to sit back now with that 1-0 to try to finish off the half here. But you have a lot of bodies around, maybe Pascal, Stustain, and Denzio in the midfield. So when they get the ball, especially in the midfield, look for the outlets on the outside as quickly as possible. You're going to get swarmed by guys really fast in the midfield.
As RKC, Kevin Andrews controls, rolls it out wide to number 2, Will O'Connor. O'Connor dropping it all the way back to the goal scorer, Strumeyer. Reyna, big booming ball up. Skies over the head of St. Croix defender. Aiden Hillis trying to get it out with a slide tackle and a shot by number 9, Michael Fodstad. Sails well wide of Meyer's goal, and that'll be a goal kick for St. Croix here in the 19th minute. Schraggy in the middle, finding Leatherman. Leatherman swing it out wide to Aiden Hillis. Aiden Hillis looking for Gorgor, now finds McCloskey. McCloskey swings it all the way back to Hecht. Stu Sane dropping deep. He'll swing it out wide to Kane. Kane defended by Chaston. Now Sane in the middle.
It's just a little too slow. RKC is okay with allowing this happening, letting them play in their defensive end, defensive half. It just looks a little too slow here for St. Croix.
Big ball by Hecht. Excellent ball all the way out wide to Leo Kane. No foul called as Dinzio defends. Excellent ball by Hecht. Kane couldn't quite control it the way he would have wanted to. And now St. Croix will have the ball in their own defensive half once again as McCloskey tracks all the way back into the defense. McCloskey has a bit of space ahead of him. He'll look to create some tension. He rolls it into Stu Sane. Out wide to Schraggy. Finds Leo Kane on the left-hand side. Kane beats one man. Tries to find Bechtel in the middle. Sane with an excellent step. Lets the ball roll through. And now Hillis will control for St. Croix. Hillis finds his St. Olaf teammate McCloskey. McCloskey's pass intercepted by Riley. Riley driving towards the heart of the St. Croix defense. Finds number 9, Fodstad in the middle. Fodstad turns around Hecht. We have a foul called on Hecht. That'll be an RKC free kick just inside the 30-yard line, so about 38 yards from the net from the goal line of Nolan Meyer. 21st minute here at Pony Stadium, still 0-0. I'm sorry, not 0-0, duh. RKC with a 1-0 lead off a 17th minute PK converted by Jaden Strumeyer. Riley standing over the ball. Meyer with a two-man wall. Oh, now down to one. Looks like Stu Sane just in the middle. RKC waiting for a player to finish his water break. Riley with a short free kick. Ball swung in the middle by RKC. Schraggy leaps ahead, didn't quite clear it. Leatherman knocked over by Riley. That'll be a free kick for St. Croix. Hecht looks like he'll control. He'll play it back in quickly, finding Hillis. Hillis out wide to McCloskey.
Oh, that did not look out from here.
Did not look out. Judging by McCloskey's reaction, I'm going to assume that actually did end up getting out. Not too many protestations. He did turn his man. He was in some space, but I think he just had to use a bit too much of the field to do it. So it'll be an RKC throw-in. McCloskey trying to head it back in, but another RKC throw-in on this near side.
Hey, come on, Gray, let's raise it.
Will O'Connor taking it for RKC, finding Andrews. Andrews swings it all the way back to Strumeyer. Back to Reyna. Controlled by the RKC goalie. Chipped ball played up. Staying with a header in the middle. Couldn't quite find a teammate as Riley defended by Hecht. Now Leatherman. Toe ball back to Schraggy. Schraggy will look out wide. Find Leo Kane. Leo Kane unable to control. And RKC will have another throw-in. Beautiful night here at Pony Stadium. Temperature somewhere in the 80s. Light breeze. Not a cloud in the sky right above the stadium. Perfect night for soccer as Hecht plays a big ball up. Bechtel controls. Almost got it flipped through to Gora Gora. He would have been all alone on net, but couldn't quite get it as RKC now on the attack. One back by Leatherman. Leatherman back to Schraggy, trying to find Gora Gora up top. Gora Gora and Kane play a 1-2 ball, bounds off Gora Gora's foot. The ball will sail into the box from RKC, and Nolan Meyer will rifle the ball out to the right-hand side for Aiden Hillis. Aiden Hillis rolling the ball for Hecht in the middle. Stu Sane. Swings it out right to Schraggy. Leatherman now in the middle. RKC pretty content with watching St. Croix just pass the ball around the back. Does find Dinzio. Dinzio couldn't quite control it. Dinzio now defending Riley. Dinzio still now defending Andrews. Dinzio with that relentless motor, but RKC still controls the ball. Kane defending out wide. Now Schraggy. RKC still controlling. Ball swung out wide to O'Connor. O'Connor, I'm not sure if that was an attempted shot or a through ball, but either way, it'll be a goal kick for St. Croix.
You know, one thing I'm so far noticing right now is whenever the ball is inside the midfield, RKC does its mission to be able to close down the gap as quickly as possible and get some turnovers as fast as possible. Whereas we're just a little bit we're okay with allowing RKC on the ball, and I think that just has to change.
Hopefully they can play a little bit quicker, as you said, through the midfield as RKC crosses in, cleared out by Hecht. Yeah, it's St. Croix. It just doesn't seem like they have really any answers for RKC's defense right now. They're just kind of swinging it around the back and then trying to pass through the middle, and RKC is just right. They're right in every passing lane.
Yep. And they're okay with allowing St. Croix playing on in their half. They're okay with them swinging the ball, and if it's there, take it, right. The biggest thing is how quickly can they break the line when they do swing the ball back and forth? How quickly can they break the line to be able to find their outlets? Like Casey's always going to be open on the outside. Leo, if the ball's on the opposite side, how quickly can they be able to break the lines? How quickly can they find their six? And how quickly can they turn to be able to find the guys that are their outlets to be able to create opportunities in the attacking third? It's just right now it's just a little too slow for them when they do have possession of the ball, or they're trying to be too direct and then they lose the ball because they aren't able to connect with their forwards.
Andrews controlling for RKC, spins around Leatherman, driving to the middle. Leatherman wins it off him. Now McCloskey with it. McCloskey drifting into that middle part of the field. McCloskey with a chipped ball over the defense, trying to find Leatherman. Not quite on the same page there. Strumeyer plays it out, and St. Croix will have a throw-in the attacking third. McCloskey on it. Ball thrown into Dinzio. Now controlled by McCloskey. Strumeyer, all he can do is blast it out, and it'll be another throw-in here for St. Croix. This one even deeper. No Carter Teesfeld on the field, so there will not be a throw-in into the box unless Stu Sane. Nope, it doesn't look like anyone's really jogging to the box. Well, Stu Sane is going to take a run at it. We'll see how far he can fling this one. Stu Sane lost one into the box. Headed up and out. Headed out even further by RKC. Managing to keep it in somehow as Andrews controls. Lofts the ball over St. Croix player, and now Hecht will roll it across to Schraggy. Schraggy, then a native of Urbandale, Iowa. Plays his college soccer at Drake as Dinzio controls. Dinzio finding Bechtel. Leatherman finding McCloskey. McCloskey trying to dribble his way through a couple of players. He gets some pressure. Reyna alertly comes out of his net, dives, and easily corrals the ball. RKC seeming to have seen defense so far as every answer for whatever St. Croix is throwing at them. As RKC controls. Riley dropping deep. Riley won the penalty kick that gave RKC their 1-0 lead. He finds a teammate. Ball rolled through. Hecht tracking back. He manages to get a foot on the ball just before Channing Chaston could do any damage with it. And St. Croix now controls as Hecht dribbles his way through the middle of the field. Just Schraggy and Hillis back in defense as Hecht jogs his way back. Now Riley on that left-hand side. Riley all the way back to Strumeyer. Strumeyer swings it out wide.
Yeah, RKC just has been very, very dominant on the ball this entire half so far. They seem to know exactly where they want to go with the ball, how they want to go and attack. They seem to have a little bit more of a better idea of how they want to create these opportunities and know how to play defensively and create those transition moments for themselves, where right now just St. Croix just looks a little bit too slow, a little too stagnant, and we haven't been able to create a lot of opportunities either with using our outlets on the wings or even being direct, as Nathan Donovan would be able to help out on that end on the directness of their play.
Hopefully they can work some of that dynamism into their play and play a little bit quicker, because right now it's RKC looks pretty comfortable with this 1-0 lead as we're in the 29th minute. Still 1-0 to RKC. 17th minute PK converted by number 4, Jaden Strumeyer. As it looks like Jared Hecht is down in the box as the trainer comes on the field here. We'll have to see if he continues, if it's just a cramp or if it's something more than that. We'll find out here shortly. Each team will take advantage of this time to get a water break. And St. Croix currently sitting third in the Deep North standings, currently sitting with 17 points, just behind Bavarians with 19 and Thunder Bay also with 19. Hecht gingerly walking off the field. His night may be over. We'll have to see what happens. It does appear that Ramsey Oro Akondo might be coming out of the field. He looks like the one who's getting ready. He probably would be the most likely like-for-like switch, as Coach Jake Smothers goes to see what is up with Jared Hecht. Not sure exactly what happened. Didn't look like there's any fouls or anything. Just he all of a sudden went down. So we'll have to see how. Yep, looks like Ramsey Oro Akondo is going to be coming on the field here in the 31st minute. Jared Hecht exiting the game for St. Croix. Generally not something you want to lose in your center defender in the 30th minute, third of the way through the game. Not a substitution you generally plan for, but St. Croix now has to make it, as Ramsey Oro Akondo from Minneapolis, Minnesota, plays his college soccer at Luther in Iowa. He will now be in the center of defense with Schraggy and Hillis on his flanks.
Let's see if there's any kind of change in the back, a little bit more of a quicker ball movement in the back now with this switch. Like I said, Jared he's great on the ball. He has very great defensive skills. He's a very big guy too as well. But I just think he's just a little bit too slow on the ball in the back sometimes, and just makes unnecessary turnovers too as well in the back. So let's see if there's any kind of change in the back line now.
We'll have to see as Ramsey Oro Akondo now enters the game.
I think there's some like stuff in my headset when the phone's sitting directly on there. So you're good. It's all good.
As RKC now controlling in their half. Goalkeeper Reyna, his first minute save of a Shea Bechtel blast kept this game 0-0. St. Croix nearly got that instant 1-0 lead, as they'll get a free kick here, as it looks like Leo Kane was knocked over. He'll play it in quick to Pascal Leatherman. Leatherman drops it back to Schraggy. Schraggy lays it off for Stu Sain. Back to Schraggy. Schraggy with the big ball over the top, trying to find Gora Gora. He couldn't quite control it. And now RKC will control in the middle. Akondo defending Chaston. Chaston rolls it out wide. Ball played back to Chaston, defended by Akondo. Chaston finds his way through Akondo's legs. Riley's coming up and getting into it before Meyer, clearing the ball off of Schraggy's legs. And that'll be the third corner kick of the game for RKC. Actually, that'll be their fourth corner kick of the game. My apologies.
As the Knockerball will be done on the
RKC with another corner kick here as they lead 1-0 in the 33rd minute. I just heard of the PA. They're going to be having Knockerball at halftime. That's when you get in those big inflatable things. You basically can just run into each other full speed. There's no problems. Looks fun. I hope to do it one day. I'll have to be content myself with watching as a header down. And St. Croix now trails 2-0. Corner kick by RKC. Flicked onto the back post. Two RKC players sitting there, and they slam home the rebound. And now we have a 2-0 lead for RKC in this Deep North matchup. Not 100% sure who got the final touch on that. Either way, RKC now with a 2-0 lead as St. Croix. Ball played across by Andrews. That looked like possibly number 6 Shillington. Believe that was, yep, that was number 6 Callum Shillington. He scores for RKC, and we have a 2-0 lead as St. Croix in another 2-0 hole as they were in their last game. No answers so far for St. Croix. We'll have to see what they can do.
Scoring for RKC.
Looks like a yellow card is going to be issued, presumably to one of the coaches. Yep, that looks like assistant coach Jake Smothers with a yellow card in the 34th minute. So, unlike last game, where it was 14 yellow cards, that's our first one. So at least it took 30 minutes this time. Yeah, last game that they came fast and furious.
seemed like every single touch was a foul and was a direct yellow from the ref there.
Yep, and so Jake Smothers managing to get a yellow card. Probably shouldn't affect the play too much as Leo Kane wins a free kick for St. Croix. About 45 yards to the net. Ball played quickly. Now Leatherman controls. He'll swing it back to Akondo. Kondo back to Leatherman. Out wide to Schregi. Ball deflects off an RKC player. And that'll be a throw-in for St. Croix. Gora trying to control the throw-in, couldn't quite do that. And now RKC will have a throw-in as we're in the 35th, actually entering the 36th minute. 2-0 lead for RKC. Goal in the 17th minute, Jaden Strumeyer with a penalty kick. And then we just had a goal in the 33rd minute as Callum Shillington slamming home a flicked-on header, and it's a 2-0 lead for RKC.
Yeah, it seems like right now, I mean, with that second goal, it's a little bit more of a dagger. It kind of took off a little bit of a blow there for St. Croix. But it just seems that St. Croix still hasn't found the answers that what they're looking for. Yes, RKC is definitely playing in that low block and immediately winning the ball quickly in that central part of the field. And then when St. Croix is trying to go and play a little bit more direct, they're just not being able to collect on. They're not able to connect in those long, direct passes that they're looking for. That Nathan Donovan has been able to help them out on that in previous. I think them just moving the ball a little bit more quicker if they want to go through the middle, finding their outlets a little bit more faster, something like this right now. Is what's going to be able to help them because they have the quality to be able to do it. And every once in a while, mix in those long passes to be able to be direct to kind of go over and overpass the midfields. But I just think it's just a little too slow.
Chaston defended by Akondo. Chaston finding his way past Akondo. Chaston with a bullet of a cross across. Schregi managing to get a foot to it and then clear it out. That was a bit of danger there as Chaston turned Ramsey Oro Akondo around, got across through the face of goal. Just no one there for RKC to slam it home. That third goal would have been, as we said, it would have been a dagger. Like the next goal is definitely important, whether it's St. Croix finding their way back into this game, or if it's RKC getting a 3-goal lead as Nolan Meyer claims the ball easily and rolls it out to Stu Sane.
No, absolutely. I think the next goal here is going to be very important. I don't think St. Croix is out. I don't think they're out of the game. I think they have enough quality and enough brilliance individual players out there to be able to create something out of nothing. I just think the next goal is going to be very important for them to be able to keep and stay within the game and have the game be within reach. I think they have to play a little bit more better 1v1 defensively to be able to create those turnovers for them, but then also just move the ball, make it be at their own pace.
Chaston swings it out wide. RKC trying to find that third goal that would give them a quite substantial 3-0 lead as Andrews now controls. Andrews cuts the wrong one with the left-footed shot. Well wide of the net. Goal kick for St. Croix. As we're in the 38th minute here from Pony Stadium in Stillwater, Minnesota on this beautiful, warm Minnesota summer evening. Hillis finding Leatherman. Back to Hillis. Swings it out wide, finding McCloskey. Leatherman chips it back to Hillis. Ball swung across to Akondo. Stu Sane now in the middle. Stu Sane finding Kane on that left-hand side. He swings it back to Schregi. Schregi rifles the ball off the chest of Gora. Gora now controlled by Bechtel. Kane trying a big ball up to Gora. Gora, he may have had something there, but the referee had already blown a whistle for a free kick for a foul against Shea Bechtel. And now St. Croix restart play as Kane controls on the left-hand side. Kane beats his man. Kane trying to find a way through. Kane nearly getting around the defender, couldn't quite do that, and RKC will now control. Ball deflects off Schragi's chest, and that will be a throw-in for RKC. 39th, entering the 40th minute here at Pony Stadium. Leatherman winning the ball. Finding Kane. Kane plays the ball to Dinzio. Dinzio lets it roll, trying to find Gora Gora. But now RKC controls. Andrews finding O'Connor out wide. Defended by McCloskey. The goal scorers Shillington and Strumeyer combining, and on the ball rolled back to Raya. Reyna. Shillington with the big left-footed ball, trying to find Chaston. He does. Chaston outside of his right foot to Andrews. Offsides called on that first ball to Chaston. He was a step offsides. And now St. Croix will have a free kick in their own half as Acondo gets play restarted quickly and finds Cole Schraggy. Schraggy with a direct ball, full to the top. He may have just found Leo Kane. Headed out by RKC. And a defensive header, but now Shea Bechtel looks like he'll be taking the throw in deep into their half. St. Croix trying to find a way back into this game at the end of the first half. So far, it's outside of that Shea Bechtel shot and the McCloskey shot, there really hasn't been much attacking fervor, I would say.
No, and it's a little hard for them to be able to find those outlets as frequently as possible, especially
McCloskey trying to get something going with a left-footed half volley, skies his shot over the bar, and it'll be a goal kick for RKC.
Leo and Casey, like I said, I believe they're going to be the difference makers in this game. The problem is that the field is very narrow to be able to find those outlets, and you're going to have to be able to move the ball quick to be able to find those two guys. I still think this game is there for them. A little bit of brilliance, individual brilliance, and a couple of opportunities, if they can create them here before the half, could get them back into this game.
Stu Sane controlling in the middle. A couple players fall down. No foul called as Bechtel finds his St. Olaf team at McCloskey. McCloskey defended by two players, trying to find a way around. Nearly gets it through the legs of Strumeyer, but now RKC back on the attack as Andrews charges up the left-hand side, defended by Dinzio. Dinzio with a little tug back, finds Chaston on the left-hand side. Chaston defended by Hillis. Chaston looking for a way across. He lays it off. Right-footed shot. That was closer than anyone would have liked as Ellen Alonso side-footed a ball. That would look like it went just past the bar. It's RKC trying to throw another nail in the coffin in this game, and they nearly did there. Dinzio controls in the center of the midfield. Dinzio, youngest player in the field, the Hill Murray product. Kane trying to find Shea Bechtel in the middle. He can't quite do it as RKC will control. Shillington swings it out wide. Xiao Pinto with a big ball up. Too much, and Hillis will control easily for St. Croix. Hillis in the middle of the Leatherman. Leatherman finding Dinzio. Now Acondo. Acondo to Dinzio. Schraggy. Dinzio. Schraggy finding Leatherman. Leatherman trying to turn away from two defenders. Couldn't quite. Now RKC will control as they attack into the St. Croix half of the field. Shea Bechtel dropping deep to defend. Don't often see Shea Bechtel back this far. Ball played into the box. Nolan Meyer will collect it easily as he rolls it out quickly to McCloskey as St. Croix tries to find something here with a little under 2 minutes left until injury time in the first half. 44th minute here from Pony Stadium. Still 2-0 lead for RKC. Stu Sane trying to find Gora Gora down that right-hand side. Ball clipped out, but a quick throw in. Gora Gora charging into the box. Gora Gora fighting with Shillington. Shillington winning that battle. Spins around. Gora Gora clips the ball off his foot. Gora Gora just almost won the ball numerous times there. Just couldn't quite get that last touch he would have needed to create some danger in the box for St. Croix.
I think right now just some things just need to go a little bit into St. Croix's favor, right? Just a little bit of luck, a little bit of just personality on the ball. Gora there tried. I almost thought I thought the center back even had a handball there for a second, but in that battle with Gorgora. But yeah, just if they could just find their feet a little bit more, find a little bit more of Bechtel. And I know it's very difficult and it's going to be hard for them to find their feet, but I think if they can just play a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, and play their feet, brilliance will happen.
Hopefully there's some of that brilliance. Maybe we'll get a little bit before the end of the half here as RKC lines up for their 5th corner kick of the game. Some miscommunication there in the St. Croix defense. As there's some extracurriculars in the box between the two teams. Referee blowing his whistle, asking for it to stop. Everyone claiming innocence as they would in that situation. As RKC lines up for their 5th corner kick of the game, trying to get a 3-0 lead before half. Their last corner kick did result in a goal, a flicked header to the back post, and Callum Shillington slammed it home to give RKC a 2-0 lead as we are now in injury time of the first half. Andrews swings the ball in, headed out easily by Leo Kane. McCloskey controls. McCloskey with no help, but he's tearing down the field, trying to get something going for St. Croix. Ball flicked out, and it'll be an RKC throw-in. Looked like an excellent piece of defending there on McCloskey. Looked like he may have had something on the break. Did have some teammates rushing to help him, but either way, it's an RKC throw-in. Still 2-0 as we approach the end of the half here from Pony Stadium.
Yeah, just kind of recapping here the first half. Just a couple of bad turnovers, soft penalty, narrow field where, finding their wingers and their outlets is a little bit more difficult on a narrow field. RKC sitting in that 1-4-1-4 sometimes, sitting in that mid to low block is just easy to defend, especially if you're up 2-0. So should be interesting to see if Coach Oliver is going to change anything tactically, if he's going to change any personnel. So should be interesting to see, or if we're just going to let them play. I think the biggest thing for them is just to win, trying to find a way to win. Good players find a way to win.
Stu saying we're in the captain's armband, discussing some of the activities of the first half from both teams. But as it stands, we've completed one half of play here at Pony Stadium in Stillwater, Minnesota in this USL2 Deep North matchup. Current scoreline is RKC Third Coast 2 and St. Croix Legends 0 as we get ready for Knockerball here at halftime. Tom Fitzer with Adolfo Gonzalez will be back shortly.
Support from local community sponsorships make a lot of our programming possible, including our popular coverage of Stillwater Pony Sports. Sponsor school programming, as well as community events. Support local community organizations and their events by sponsoring our coverage or donating at our website, vactv.org. Preserve those local events that last a lifetime. Visit the VAC TV store on your computer or mobile device to purchase school programs and community events. DVD, Blu-ray, and digital downloads are available. Make it easy and search for your program that you wish to purchase. Buying is convenient with multiple options at your disposal while checking out. Visit vactv.org/store today.
Community Ed serves a great purpose in our community and helps keep families connected.
Community education has something for everyone.
I really love watching the kids improve.
You can do it!
Nice job!
Come and see us at Community Ed for a good time for kids and families.
Hey, who are we? 1, 2, 3.
Went to nationals last year?
Yes, I was. We went to North Carolina last year. It was great.
How was that experience?
It was good. Lots of coaches on the sidelines, which you like to see. The school I committed to actually saw me play there, and that's how I was able to commit there eventually to Drake. So it was a really good experience for that. And
Minnesota. After one half of play here in this USL2 Deep North matchup, RKC with a 2-0 lead over St. Croix. As we're going to get started here in the second half, I think we may have some highlights here coming up in a second. 2 goals for RKC, a 17th-minute penalty kick converted by Jaden Strumeyer, and a 33rd minute goal as Callum Shillington slammed home a rebound to give RKC that 2-0 lead. St. Croix currently sitting in 3rd place in the standings in the USL2 Deep North. RKC just behind them in 4th place. Both teams trying to get that win tonight, which can elevate them into playoff contention.
A few defensive mistakes from St. Croix. The guy punched off a corner of a soft BK. A couple of defensive mistakes there that made Nolan create a couple of wonderful saves. St. Croix probably had about 3 opportunities that entire first half. We're looking at the shots from Bechtel in the first couple minutes. They hit the football crossbar. The individual brilliance from Casey that hit the bar and went for a goal kick, and then Leo Khan on the outside on the left, crossing that ball across the 6. So there's been a couple of opportunities there. I think tightening up a little bit on defense. Ball circulation has to be a little bit more quicker, and just trying to get your wingers involved a little bit more in that attack. And just being comfortable on the ball. They have great quality to be on the ball, and can they find those quick combinations to be able to break the lines and get something off?
Doesn't look like St. Croix had any changes from that team in the first half. As we get started here, big ball played up, and RKC kicks it out for a throw-in. See if RKC had any subs. They may have one sub, it looks like, in the middle there, but it looks like the only sub for St. Croix so far, that was in the 30th minute, as Ramsey Oro Akondo came on for Jared Hecht, who looks like suffered an injury. He'll be done for the game as Akondo takes his place in the center of the defense. Schrage here on the near side of the throw-in, trying to find Gora Gora, ball headed out. St. Croix moving the chains down the field.
You know, Schrage has been a very consistent player. I haven't had much of I haven't really seen him or known him too much, but just covering the games a little bit more, he's been very consistent in his role for this team has been defensively, and I'm becoming a pretty big fan of him.
Schrage, definitely consistent, dependable, reliable. You put him out there, you don't really have to worry about him.
I agree.
It's just like, yep, he's gonna. Yep. Generally speaking, he's gonna make the right play. He'll make the correct play. He does think, he doesn't try to do too much out of his position, which is some defenders, you want them flying up and down the wings, and some defenders, you just kind of want to stay home and mind the shop, and he does that expertly. As Bechtel rocketed a shot there over the bar, well over the bar, and St. Croix coming out with a bit more pep in their step here in the first minute of play here in the first half. Instead of the second half.
I think it should be an idea here for the people involved here with the organization is getting a camera maybe out for the halftime for inside the locker room for them to see what the conversations are like, a little bit behind the scenes.
It could be interesting.
Right? A little hard knocks.
A little hard knocks could be interesting as Dinzio spins away from 2 players, finally knocked over, and we have our first yellow card of the game on a player. It was a number 8 for RKC. That was Alan Alonzo in the 47th minute.
Like you said earlier, right? A little bit more pep in their step. They look like they want to compete in the second half right away. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Akondo standing over the free kick. First yellow card of the game to a player. Assistant coach Jake Smothers did receive a yellow card in the first half for a bit more verbal, some verbal, stuff to the referee as Reyna is knocked over by. It might have been Dinzio. Dinzio with a big ball played up by Akondo. Dinzio rising to head it, knocked over Reyna. He's still down, but shaken up by the collision. Just a foul, no yellow card there. Jake Smothers, some verbal jousting with the referee did lead to a yellow card. Luckily, even if he does get a second yellow and gets kicked out, it won't send the team down 1 player, so not the end of the world. But hopefully Jake can stay and watch the rest of the game.
Yeah, just a collision there. Didn't look too hard, but then again, I'm not the one in the tackle, right? Collision there. St. Croix player had his eyes on the ball the entire time. Doesn't look anything malicious.
Nope, that's about with the play that we saw last game with Donovan, but Donovan gets a second yellow card, and that's why he's not playing tonight. As Schrage defends here on the near side, Schrage clips the ball up the wing. Gora trying to find a way to it. He can't quite, and now RKC will have a throw-in. Throw in for RKC in their own half. Still, you're just joining us. RKC with a 2-0 lead here early in the second half. Schrage finding Leatherman in the middle. Leatherman knocked over by Riley. As Stu Sain tries to get the ball back in quick. Stu Sain rolling it back to Akondo. Akondo and Sain. Played a 1-2, a ball rolled all the way back to Meyer. Adolfo, those smell delicious.
Oh, man.
Adolfo getting some tacos delivered to him in the box up here. Already eating, and I'm already feeling hungry as
Los Ocampos.
Los Ocampos. And the ball rolled through Gora Gora, charging after it. But Reyna comes off his line alertly. He slides and manages to beat Gora Gora to the ball. Gora Gora, the Liberty, plays his college soccer at Liberty. It's from right here in Stillwater. As Reyna controls. RKC in really no rush to get this started. Nursing a 2-0 lead.
But see, even there, right, the tempo of St. Croix has increased dramatically from the first to the second half, where the movements of the ball, the speed in which they're playing, is a lot faster, and therefore they're able to break the lines a little bit more quicker.
Leatherman step over, trying to roll his way through two players, couldn't quite. And now Riley will control for RKC. The ball is rolled all the way back to Reyna. Right out wide to the goal scorer, Jaden Strumeyer. His first half penalty gave RKC a 1-0 lead as Acondo controls a big booming ball. Trying to find Sane. Riley knocks over Sane as she shields it. Sane clips his foot, knocks Riley over again. And now RKC will have a free kick. '51st minute here at Pony Stadium. Beautiful, balmy summer evening here in Minnesota as Reyna will boom a ball up in the middle of the field. Stu Sane rising to head it. He heads it back up. Dinzio trying to win control of it. Overhead kick by Shillington. He gave RKC a 2-0 lead as Riley goes tumbling down. I don't know if Stu Sane got a hold of him, but RKC attacking in the box, left-hand side. Defended by Acondo beautifully. Acondo deflects the ball. Now RKC same player trying to work his way back. He rolls it back, finds O'Connor. O'Connor spins the ball in. Controlled by Leo Kane. Now ball one, RKC a cutback pass. Riley controls on top of the box now. Riley defended by Leatherman, defended by Kane. He spins past two of them. Riley with a driven cross, perhaps a shot. I don't know exactly what that was. Either way, it's going to be a goal kick for St. Croix as Nolan Meyer will put it back into play here in just a minute for Legends. St. Croix been having a bit of run of play. I don't know if there was some tactical changes or if just maybe some sort of speech from Coach Tyler Oliver getting him more amped up for the second half. But this looks like a different team than we just saw a few minutes ago.
No, I totally I agree 100%. Is the tempo in which they're playing is a little bit much more higher. And I noticed even with the Rochester game, right, the first half they were just a little bit slow, a little bit more sluggish. In the second half, they seem to be able to play a little bit more quick, a little bit more faster. And so the tempo definitely changed.
RKC still controlling in their half. Big booming ball played across. Straggy defending. Alan Alonso couldn't quite get to it. He was offsides anyway as he admits his error. And now St. Croix will put the ball back into play. Schraggy will play it in off a free kick. Now Acondo will jog over. It'll be up to him. Team pushes up the field a little bit more. Acondo looking short to Leatherman. He's defended by Riley. Now Acondo drills the ball up, trying to find Gora Gora. He's unable to get ahead on it, but now Sane controls. Hillis on that right-hand side. Hillis started 26 of 26 matches for that St. Olaf National Championship team, played 2,235 minutes. If I'm going to look at my math here, that probably... Let's see here if I can do this quickly. Let's see here. Well, as RKC gets back in with a goal kick taken by Reyna. Yeah, he played about 90 minutes for 26 games. It's 2,340. So he barely missed. He missed about 95 minutes the entire season. In 26 games, so that's not very many. Like, I'm assuming there may have been a couple blowouts he came in and out the end of, but for the most part, I mean, he was just on the field all the time, which is impressive. As Acondo will now control in his own half. Rolls it back to Meyer. Meyer out wide to the dependable Schraggy. Schraggy finding Leatherman. Leatherman, ball one off him by Riley. Leatherman wins it back off of Riley. No foul called. Bit different referee than we saw from last game as McCloskey tries to dribble through, but a ball played all the way back to Reyna. St. Croix definitely with a bit more pep in their step. RKC not quite as comfortable this half as they were in the first as Hillis goes through the back of number 11 Channing Chaston, and that'll be a free kick for RKC.
You can hear the coaches a little bit when the ball is deep into RKC's defense when their center backs or even goalie has have the ball. You can hear the coaching staff saying press, go. So it seems to me that they're looking to be able to create a turnover in their really high up the field, and so they're pressing a little bit more harder than they were in the first half.
McCloskey finding his St. Olaf teammate Bechtel. Bechtel with a shot out, pass out wide to Kane. Kane charges into the box. His first touch took him in. He cuts across the top of the box. Kane with a shot. Seemed like he was headed for that side panel. Reyna anticipated it perfectly. He didn't have to dive. He just got to that right away. Kane with a bit, again, as we're seeing in this first part of the second half, St. Croix with a bit more danger. Again, just a bit more lively and not giving his RKC as much time on the ball. They're not just swinging the ball around the back as much. They are being more. They're playing quicker, more direct, bit more fire in their belly. It's good to see in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, and that came from somebody who I think is going to be a difference maker in this game, or someone that's going to be creating the chances, and it's Leo and on the other side Casey, and that came from quickly moving the ball as quick as they can to be able to find Leo, and Leo cutting in and beating his man on the outside wants to be able to get that chance. So keep trying to find those outlets, keep finding to circulate the ball a little quicker, and hope that they're able to create some kind of a play.
Yeah, I've seen a bit more of that from St. Croix this half. A couple minutes ago, I just wanted to mention Acondo made a beautiful defensive play and not only managed to clear it, but he cleared it to a teammate. It snuffed out the danger and then didn't just kick it out for a throw. Didn't kick it out for an RKC throw, and he kept it in. Just wanted to mention that it was a beautiful bit of play, but then something happened. I didn't get to quite talk about it. So as Bechtel tries to control, now Sane rifles the ball across the field to McCloskey. McCloskey left-footed, just a bit too high for Dinzio. That was almost a perfectly weighted through ball for McCloskey. He was 40 yards to the net, clipped the ball in with his off foot. I believe he's right-footed. It seems like he is.
Yeah.
And his left foot, he almost found Dinzio. He got it over the defense, and it was about just a couple hairs too high for Dinzio. That was a beautiful ball by McCloskey. You can see why he was the D3 National Tournament Player of the Tournament last season. He's showing it right there. Chaston rises to head. Leatherman finding Sane. Sane loops the ball over his head. Gora couldn't quite get the control on it. Ball played out by RKC, and now St. Croix will have a throw-in. Referee telling him to get back where the ball presumably actually went out. Schraggy will throw it back in to Acondo. 58th minute here. Pony Stadium still 2-0 RKC lead, but St. Croix has come out a bit better in the second half than they did in the first half and gotten a few chances. Nothing major yet. No, haven't forced any great saves from Reyna, but they've kept them a lot busier than they did in the first half. Yeah, it just seems like RKC, like you're seeing right there, RKC just, kicking the ball out. Like, we didn't see much of that from RKC in the first half. They were calm, confident on the ball. St. Croix, just a lot more pressure. They're not giving him as much. It just seems like they're just playing harder. Like, that's the simplest way to describe it. No, there was no substitutions at halftime. They didn't change anything. It just seems like they just kind of got there. As Dinzio dribbles across the top of the box, Dinzio trying to get that ball into his left foot. Dinzio still with the ball. His left-footed shot does get just trundled through the defense, but it falls into the waiting arms of Daniel Reyna, and RKC will control once again. Still 2-0 lead for RKC. 17-minute PK from Jaden Strumeyer, and a 33rd-minute rebound from Callum Shillington is the difference in the game right now as Stu Sane controls. He loops the ball to the left-hand side. It's a bit too much for Leo Kane, and RKC will have a throw-in. We are going to have a substitution. Looks like Shea Bechtel is coming off. He'll be coming off here in about the 60th minute. He'll be replaced, I believe that's number 9. I believe that's Asher Ozuzu. I would assume that's coming in. Haven't quite seen his number yet, but that is who it looks like. That was Asher Ozuzu. He enters in the 60th minute. So now you have Ozuzu and Gora up top. As Shea Bechtel. Gora with a foul there on Riley. And now RKC will have a free kick. Adolfo, what does this tactical switch mean for St. Croix if you're taking off somebody like Bechtel and adding someone like Ozuzu?
You know, I think the biggest thing is just kind of tired legs, most likely here. He's played maybe close to 60 minutes here, getting on some fresh legs. They're chasing.
Ozuzu getting the ball off Reyna, and St. Croix nearly capitalizing off an error by the RKC goalkeeper. Ozuzu getting a deflected ball and nearly slamming it home, as now Dinzio will control. He'll roll it out wide to McCloskey. I'll be finished that thought in a second, Adolfo. McCloskey clips the ball in. He gets it over the defense. Gora with a deflected pass. Reyna had to be alert to tip that wide, and St. Croix with just an astounding bit of pressure here in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like somebody, some fresh legs, somebody that's able to go in there and just pressure the heck out of the defense and create something out of nothing, like we just saw there. So he's just going to be able to bring some fresh pair of legs and just kind of run down everything.
Well, Coach Tyler Oliver's substitution, as you just said with the fresh legs, Coach Tyler Oliver's substitution nearly paying immediate dividends as Ozuzu ball nearly deflected off into the net as Cole Schraggy was just given a yellow card there in the 61st minute. I did knock down Riley. Riley has been knocked down a lot this game, I suppose, when you're the number 10. It's kind of have to expect treatment like that. Nothing malicious in it. It's just like, you're going to have the ball a lot, you're going to get fouled a lot. As RKC resumes play. RKC in the left-hand side, defended by Acondo. Ball cut back. Schraggy in the right spot, managing to snuff out the danger as McCloskey finds Dinzio in the midfield. Dinzio with an excellent slide tackle. No foul called. Kane, and it looks like an RKC player having some words with each other. It looks like that was number 8. Alan Alonso. Dinzio, the beautiful tackle on Alonso, getting the ball off Alonso. Kane kind of just stumbled into it. Nothing malicious there. As St. Croix will, as Ozuzu does shove player in the back. That was number 9, Fodstead. Ozuzu shoving his opposite number in the back, and RKC will have a free kick. 62nd minute here at Pony Stadium. Still 2-0 to RKC. RKC trying to control in the middle. Ball deflects off Sane. Nearly won by Dinzio. And now RKC with a throw-in. RKC charging on the right-hand side. Channing Shaston defended by Acondo. Acondo with an absolutely spectacular tackle. Not only does he snuff out the danger from Chaston, he gets it off of Chaston, and it's a goal kick. Acondo with about as good of a slide tackle as you're going to see as Leo Kane plays the ball up. Ozuzu charging after it. The ball is headed back to Reyna. Ozuzu, RKC claiming, it looks like Strumeyer claiming Ozuzu may have shoved him in the back. There may have been a bit of that. Either way, no foul called by the referee. St. Croix still looking lively here. It was almost 20 minutes into the second half. You wish you could have seen this more in the first half, but, no time like the present to start playing better. Schraggy finding Sane in the middle. Sane, Dinzio, Schraggy, Dinzio again. Dinzio fighting off one player. Dinzio, youngest player in the field, nearly inadvertently flicking it around a defender and almost getting to go down that left-hand side all alone. The ball just gets over the line. It'll be an RKC throw-in here in the 64th minute. RKC on the break here. Has a 3-on-4. Hillis defending. And a rifled shot low. Nolan Meyer coming out, making himself big. Excellent bit of goalkeeping, and the shot rockets off his left foot. It'll be the result in the 6th corner of the game for RKC. RKC getting a kind of a surprise break there. Really haven't done much this half regarding that. And Hillis forcing the shot outside like he should, and Meyer playing perfect goalkeeping, came out, cut the angle down, as we see here on the replay. Looks like Kevin Andrews, defended by Hillis, and just an absolutely bullet hit by Andrews with his left foot, but Meyer managing to steer the danger clear, and the game remains 2-0. 3-0 at this point. That'd be a real tough mountain to climb for St. Croix.
No, I agree. They came out playing.
As a shot, RKC with their corner, ball was headed out, and a shot comes back in, as now Fotstead crosses the middle. And that probably will be an RKC throw-in, judging by their action, and it is.
No, yeah. St. Croix they came out second half playing just a little bit more intense, a little bit more of pressure on the ball, and just kind of pressing them in their half and just winning their 1v1 defensive battles. With a better idea of exactly circulating the ball. Their off-the-ball movement has improved a lot from the first half. The circulation of the ball from one side to the other has been a lot better. We saw earlier in the second half that ball coming from on the right side and then finding its way over here to Leo, and Leo having that driving straight across the 18 and having that shot there. So it's slowly coming in. The press from Asher as well. If they keep this up, I can see them getting that goal and hopefully going for that tie.
We'll have to hope that happens the rest of the half. As a throw-in, Shillington heads it into Hillis. Hillis clearing the danger right away. Andrews controlling the ball off the bounce. Schraggy trying to find Gora up top. A little bit too much. Riley again. Now RKC plays it up. Fotstead defended by Schraggy. Now Sane in the middle. Sane easily finds McCloskey out wide. McCloskey will swing it back to Hillis. Sane in the middle. Sane looking for a pass there. The ball just clipped off his plant foot. Just a little bit of inadvertent there, and as it is. And then Gora knocks over. He'll be getting a yellow card, it looks like. Michael Riley knocked over yet again. So it's the third yellow card of the game for St. Croix. Gora gets one here in the 67th minute. We're still 2-0 RKC lead here at Pony Stadium. Looks like Strumeyer, is standing over it. Looks like both teams have substitutions up. A little over 20 minutes remaining. Kevin Andrews out wide to O'Connor, trying to find Riley in the middle. Stu Sane trying to play a big ball up to Gora. Couldn't quite find him. Leatherman heads, flicked on by Dinzio. Azuzu controlling, trying to find Dinzio, couldn't quite get it on him. As Shillington will charge to the midfield, he flies past Leatherman. Shillington rolls it out wide to Fotstead. Defended by Schraggy, cut it across the middle. Okondo beautifully placed, and he'll boom the ball clear. Looks like the officials, looks like either Gora or Zuzu was offsides, and then on that clearance by Okondo, they were just a step onto the RKC side. They were a bit offsides, and now RKC will have a free kick at about half field.
Yeah, the 2-0 lead is a very dangerous league in this sports. I think whoever is able to go ahead and convert either that third goal or that first goal for St. Croix, it becomes a dogfight. That third goal for RKC will definitely be the dagger, so let's see who gets that next goal.
We'll have to see, though. As we both remember, St. Croix did have that 3-0 lead against the Minnesota Super Cup game a few weeks ago, and in the 70th minute, and then the game ended 3-3. So we'll have to see if St. Croix can, do a reverse of that today, as Sane controls in the middle. Sane finds Leatherman. McCloskey defended by Riley, the two number 10s. Leatherman in the middle to Sane. Rolls it out wide for Schraggy. Now Kane. Kane to Dinzio. Dinzio to Sane. Kane trying to get a cross over his left foot. Couldn't quite wrap his footer on the ball. And we'll have a goal kick here in the 70th minute for RKC. Reyna, so far, is a clean sheet. We're putting this ball back into play. Looks like another long goal kick. No subs in the second half quite yet. I don't think RKC's even made... Nope, RKC has not made one change yet. They've had the same team out for the first 70 minutes of this game. As a foul is called on RKC, and now St. Croix will have a free kick in their own half. Schraggy on this left-hand side. Lays it off for Kane. Kane trying to flick it outside to Schraggy. He does. Schraggy trying to find a Zuzu in the middle. And now RKC will just clear it up that right-hand side. Ball stays in. Channing Chaston on it. Defended by Sane. Sane plays all the way back to Meyer. And if Sane played that, that would have to be a bit of a miscue there by Meyer. If Sane was the last one to touch it, then that would be a direct pass back to Meyer. Looks like that is the call. So if that's the case, Meyer picked up his box. One of the rare times it's a free kick in the box. It is not a penalty kick. Pass back. It's just going to be an indirect free kick. So it'll be about, looks like about 15 yards out. Riley stands over it. Meyer, just a bit of a miscue. I don't know if maybe he thought it hit off the Chaston, but Sane did play it back to, and the rest has adjudged that Sane did play it directly back to Meyer. Meyer just picked it up, which is not allowed.
Just a little bit of a mental lapse there for Myers.
Could have been. I mean, maybe the ref. It could have been, and the ref might have missed the call. But either way, ref might have just missed the call there, or Meyer just did no hesitation, picked it up. So, indirect free kick here for RKC. Someone will have to touch it before a shot can be attempted on net. 6-man wall for Meyer. Riley stands over it. And the wall does its job. Shillington blasts it right in. So the miscue by the St. Croix defense does not come back to haunt them as Azuzu controls. Ball rolls off his foot, out. And now RKC will have a throw-in. 72nd minute here at Pony Stadium. St. Croix trying to find a way back into this game. Few subs up for each team. Nothing doing yet. I'd assume probably in about the 75th minute we're going to see him. Does seem like coaches tend to make subs around rounded, times in the game, like 70th, 75th. Generally speaking, it's never like the 72nd. It's always the 70th. I've just noticed that, so it doesn't matter what level it is. As RKC tries to control, Aiden Hill has blasted the ball up, trying to find a teammate. He can't quite. Leatherman defending Riley. Ball swung across, just past the outstretched legs of Gora. Anderson rolls it back to Pinto. Does seem like St. Croix, the first 20 minutes or so of the second half, they came out, guns a-blazing. They were, on it. They were passing quick. And then these last couple of minutes just kind of seems like it's, they kind of tapered off a bit.
No, and even early in their season, we saw that they would take pretty quick leads, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0 quickly in the first half, and then they would be able to kind of sit back a little bit and still create from a defensive standpoint in the second half. But lately, maybe this game, the last game against Rochester, and maybe a little bit before that, the first 40 to 45 minutes, it looks like they're still kind of waking up a little bit, just playing a little bit slow. And then in the second half, it seems like they just come out to be a better, intense team. And it's like, why haven't they been playing that since the first half?
Exactly. As Riley knocks over Leatherman. McCloskey trying to play that in quick. Referee wants a word with Leatherman and Riley, making the universal hand gesture for no more. I don't want to see any more of that, so you'd have to expect if either one fouls the other one here in the last part of the game, we're probably going to see a yellow card. Only four today? Yeah, only 4 today. Only 4 yellow cards today, and this is about a game with about as many fouls as the last game. It's just we had 14 yellow cards. as Hillis stands over the ball. 75th minute here. St. Croix trying to find a way back into this game.
You hear Jake Smothers there from the bench yelling pretty loud, I think, for everyone here to hear, to get his team to get up the field on that free kick. And I think that's kind of the note for them, is to get up and press up and just get a little higher.
Kind of have to throw a bit of caution to the wind as, Meyer rifles a ball that smacks off of, I believe a handball was called actually on that. I think if Riley did get a handball, I think that was more of just complete self-defense. I don't think he was, that was not him trying to stop. That was him going, oh no, this is coming to a sensitive area in my body. I would like it to not hit there. So as we are going to have a substitution, looks like Leo Kane is going to come off here. Looks like Leatherman's going to shift out to his position on the left. So Leo Kane exiting the game. We'll have that substitution for you in just a second.
Number 14, Will Kidd.
Will Kidd entering the game. Plays his college soccer at St. Thomas. He is also from St. Paul, Minnesota, as Meyer puts the ball back into play. Leatherman out wide to Schrage.
Fun fact, Will Kidd and Coach Tyler Oliver played together growing up in club. And played together at St. Thomas.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that. It's got to be kind of odd when one of your former teammates is now your coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to just be just a little weird. You play a sport with someone for that long. You know them personally. You know you have some stories about them. You know their quirks and foibles. Now it's like, oh yeah, now you're telling me what to do. So just kind of interesting.
Absolutely, it was very. I got in touch with Will Kidd not too long ago. Him training and seeing, I think he's about 28, 29, still playing with a bunch of youngsters that are in college, and played with Minneapolis City for a good minute too as well. And it's nice seeing him back in the St. Croix jersey.
It is good to see him back here. He's trying to help St. Croix find a way back into this game, as Schrage will play the ball up and controlled by Reyna. RKC did just have a substitution here in the 77th minute. Number 14, Felix Hoyler, entering the game in place of number 9, Michael Fodstead. Was looked away for a second, not entirely sure what happened. The referee telling Stu Sain and Goragora to exit the box, as Reyna will put the ball back into play. St. Croix still with no way back into this game yet, but there is still about a little less than 15 minutes. We still have some stoppage time, so hopefully they can work something and drag a point out of this game. St. Croix hadn't before they had won 7 games on the bounce before their game against Rochester, and then that loss, and hopefully it's not going to be a second consecutive loss, as Sain controls. He swings it out wide, finding McCloskey. McCloskey trying to work some magic. McCloskey trying to find a way through. Sain with a rising shot. Struck it well, just the aim wasn't quite there, and the game remains 2-0. Reyna to put the ball back into play for RKC. Booming ball played up. Sain rising to charge it. Acondo blasts the ball back, and now Reyna will control. Goragor giving a bit of pressure, not letting him control it at his feet and eat even more clock. RKC, you'd have to imagine the last few minutes, they're probably going to be, just doing, the general time wasting stuff as teams are wont to do when they have a 2-0 lead late in the game. Will Kidd. Sain sliding. Ball still controlled by RKC. Ball swung out wide for Tank Anderson. Anderson down that right-hand side to Chaston. Defended by Dinzio. Schrage pushed up the field a little bit. Looks like Dinzio has dropped back into that left center back position. Ball played through the legs of Dinzio. Right-footed shot, and Meyer dives to his right easily and makes the save. The ball is sailing well wide, but got to get the ball back into play as quickly as possible. Meyer making the correct play as Dinzio will now control. Dinzio with a left-footed blast all the way across, trying to find McCloskey. McCloskey chests it down with ease. McCloskey finding Kidd. Back to McCloskey in the middle. Acondo spinning a ball left on the left-hand side to Leatherman. Leatherman with a beautiful one-touch pass. Cole Schrage pushed all the way up. Leatherman finding Ozuzu in the middle. His header goes up. Kidd plays it back in, and Ozuzu couldn't quite get a foot on it. Been a nice bit of some absolutely beautiful cross balls play there. We saw one played all the way across, and then another one played all the way across the field. It was a beautiful bit of play there by St. Croix. As Reyna will boom the ball in. That's what we talk about this the whole game. That's what we want to see from St. Croix. Quick balls played. Switching the field. Not giving RKC time to set up their defense.
Yeah, and I think the biggest factor from the first to second half is just, again, the tempo in which they're playing. They're getting the opportunities now because, again, maybe the mental lapse of RKC is not there as it was in the first half. But I think a lot is contributed to the fact that they're playing with the ball a lot more faster.
Oh, and a cross in, and RKC flashes a deflected shot just wide. Players all alone in the box. Meyer was rooted to the spot. There was really nothing he could do there. Kind of had to hope the ball either went wide or hit him, because as McCloskey plays a big ball up, Cole Schrage played through. Schrage, the ball just a bit too high. Looks like Dinzio has actually dropped back into Schrage's spot. Schrage has pushed up. Not sure if that was some director from Coach Oliver, or if it was kind of organic thing, but Schrage has been pushed up for the last few minutes here. RKC controlling, defended by Dinzio, the substitute Hoyler. Offsides, easy call there for the sideline official. 81st minute here at Pony Stadium. Still 2-0 to RKC. As St. Croix tries now to have 2 losses in a row for the first time this year. Hoping to work their way back into the game somehow. Aiden Hillis, ball up to Ozuzu. He chests it down, finds McCloskey out wide. McCloskey trying to find his way around a defender. He does. McCloskey winning a corner for RKC. That's just their 3rd corner of the game. First one they've had for a while. Dinzio maybe trying up to take this. Maybe McCloskey could run over to take this. Looks like Dinzio is going to run all the way over to take this.
But I think that that should also speak to the competitiveness and the level of play that the Deep North here in this conference has, right? 2-3 games lost, losing 2-3 games, puts you and gets you lowered in the table. I think right now what they're in 3rd, about to go into 4th if this stands like this. 2-3 games that they lose puts you in the very bad position of a playoff berth here for them. So the competitive of this league and the conference that they're playing in, I mean, 1-2 games that they lose shouldn't be bad, but when all the teams are very competitive, 1 or 2 games that you lose can hurt you.
That it can. As you said, yeah, they've been competitive. I mean, Rochester, despite the fact they're bottom of the table, it's like you still lost 2 games to them. And like they're not, they can still win a game. As Ozuzu controls Goragora's corner over there a bit too far, and St. Croix couldn't quite work anything out of there, as they'll have a throw in. Like, yeah, as you're just saying, it's like the competitiveness. It's like, I mean, last time we saw these 2 teams play, like St. Croix just rolled over them, no problem, and this time it's completely different. RKC has looked a lot more comfortable in the ball. They've just had the better run of play the majority of the time. Even though St. Croix the first 20 minutes of the second half, as Stu saying, will take a corner kick, 4th one of the game. He crossed it to the back post. It's a bit too far. Looks like that may have been a Kondo who won it, and a cross into the box. Dangerous ball. A foul called on Gora. Looks like he may have shoved someone in the back there to get a position on the ball. Excellent play there by a Kondo, popping up on the right-hand side. Off that corner and beating the man and somehow getting a dangerous driven cross into the middle. St. Croix just couldn't quite find a way to get on the end of it. And we're seeing, again, like you've been talking about this entire second half, like we're seeing just more of, they're playing quicker. They're playing, they're putting more pressure on RKC. They're not letting them be comfortable, not letting them get their defense set up like they want to. So, and they've gotten scoring chances.
Absolutely. And this is something that they should be used to from the start of a game. Don't wait until the second game to kind of turn it up. Should be standard that the moment the game starts, this is the type of soccer you guys want to play.
And Dinzio wins the ball off, finds Schrage. Stu Sane controlling. He finds Kidd in the middle. Kidd rolls it back to Leatherman. Leatherman holds off one defender. Eventually finds Hillis there on the right-hand side. 85th minute here. Kidd to McCloskey. McCloskey to Leatherman. Back to Kidd. Excellent bit of play there. Kidd driving on this right-hand side. He's trying to find a way past defender. Ball, his touch takes him a bit too far. And now RKC will control. Kevin Andrews spinning past Aiden Hillis. He finds Alonzo. Alonzo back to Andrews. Andrews trying to find his way. Oh, ball slips past Akondo's foot. Akondo with an excellent slide tackle. No foul called. Akondo has had several just beautiful slide tackles. Taking the ball and the player as a big ball played. Ball flicked back. Gora now controlling. Akondo has been stellar since entering the game for Jared Hecht in the 30th minute. Gora tries to put a low cross in, deflects off an RKC player. Akondo with just some absolutely beautiful. That was dangerous because of the spot it's in, because he's off by, inches, and that's just that's a penalty kick, and that's the end of the game.
I think that was a very great tackle. Came from his mistake though, right there though, that he had to clean it up. Luckily, he was able to clean that up perfectly fine.
Clean it up and kept it 2-0 to RKC. Third goal here would be pretty much a dagger as Dinzio plays a big ball over. Beautiful left-footed cross, finding McCloskey. He drops it down. Ball flicks off an RKC leg, and we'll have a throw-in deep in the half. Looks like RKC is going to have a substitution. They've only had one so far. Looks like Channing Chasten's exiting the game. And it looks like number 13, Bryce Strumeyer, is going to be entering the game here in the 87th minute, presumably of relation to Jaden Strumeyer. Big throw-in by St. Croix. Azuzu drops it back. Sane trying to find a ball in the middle of the box. Ball flicks off Leatherman. Now Dinzio will control. Dinzio finding McCloskey. RKC player down in the box. Referee not calling for anything. And a corner won by McCloskey. It'll be the 5th corner of the game for St. Croix. RKC player down. Does not look like a head injury, so the ref is under did not have to stop the game. The player is down. Stu Sane will be taking the corner kick for St. Croix here late into the second half as they try to find a way back into this game. Looks like the player that was down was number 4, Jaden Strumeyer. He back up and looks ready to go. Stu Sane with a big ball to the back post. Gora rising to head it. He couldn't quite direct it on net. That was a beautiful chance. Gora outleaping everybody, getting his head under the ball, but just couldn't quite direct it into the net. You have to think if they can get that one, they may be able to squeeze another goal in these last few minutes to get a tie. But that's a heartbreaking miss there.
Would have made it an interesting last 2 minutes here for regular time.
It would have, yeah. And as you've been saying the whole game, they find, the ball gets played to McCloskey and, wins a corner kick and, nearly gets a goal there. Stu Sane with a big ball to the back post. Gora just couldn't quite direct it on net. Kondo playing it out wide to Hillis. If you are hearing fireworks, you are not hearing things. Those are indeed fireworks. People firing off excess from the 4th of July, or just got a really good deal at a fireworks shop, whatever it was. So I'm sure, just a tip. Yeah, best time to buy fireworks right after the 4th of July. They can be severely discounted. As RKC wins a throw-in, 89th minute here at Pony Stadium. 2 first-half goals is the difference in this USL 2 Deep North matchup. St. Croix trying to find a way back into this game, drag a point out of it as Hillis defends. Riley. Now Andrews. Andrews finding Alonzo. Ball played all the way back to Reyna. Zuzu nearly getting to that one as Reyna just plays a big ball. It'll roll into the waiting arms of his opposite number, Nolan Meyer. Meyer blasting a punt up the field, just trying to get something going. Ozuzu heads the ball almost equally as high. There's another firework. Azusa with a right-footed blast from 30 yards out, trying to work some sort of magic. He caught it well, put some force behind it, but just couldn't quite get his knee over the ball. And that whole game will remain 2-0. RKC with another substitution here. Looks like number 8, Alan Alonzo, will be exiting the field. He will be replaced by number 12, Benjamin Graham, will enter the game here in the 90th minute.
Substitution on for RKC, checking in, number 12, Ben Graham.
Reyna plays it back in. Acondo fouled. Trying an overhead clearance there. He gets a foul. Free kick. Ref, nobody ever asked for 10 yards. He's under no one, nobody asked for 10 yards. He's allowed to stand there. Meyer can be pushing his team up as we are now into injury time here in the second half. Don't know how much there's going to be. There's been no goals, no real big stoppages. I can't imagine there's going to be more in about 3 minutes. So St. Croix, they're going to find a way back in this game. Really needs to find a way back in quick. As Azuzu charges back, controlling, he finds Acondo. Acondo trying to find Shraggy. Shraggy's header in the middle, finds Azuzu. Azuzu couldn't quite control, and Acondo will have to track all the way back and find Meyer.
I think maybe this kind of shows a little bit about how much this team really does need someone like a Nathan Donovan to be able to help them out with just them being able to play a little bit more direct and swinging those balls in from across and having somebody be as big and physical and as aggressive as Nathan Donovan to get behind it.
Gora with a left-footed cross. No, exactly. Yeah, missing someone like Nathan Donovan, it would hurt any team. And, like you said earlier, next man up and just couldn't quite find that killer blow as RKC really tries to put the game away here as Riley controls, defended by Hillis. Him and Andrews play a beautiful 1-2. An excellent slide tackle there by Hillis as Dinzio and Stu Same play 1-2. Leatherman rolls it up for Kidd. Kidd finding Sane. Sane going to roll it out wide to McCloskey. McCloskey trying to at least get St. Croix back on the board. McCloskey knocked over. It'll be a free kick 40 yards out. Looks like Stu Sane will be taking this. Everyone pushing up. Acondo, Shraggy. Looks like even Leatherman a little bit. Dinzio the only player back. Azuzu and Reyna charging for a ball, both with every right to be there. Reyna knocks over, gets the worst of that, but the ball is cleared. We have a handball on RKC. St. Croix will get a free kick about 25 yards out. They take it quick. Ball flicked out wide to McCloskey. His cross into the middle. Reyna only managing to get a header. Shraggy trying an overhead kick, trying to put something on net. There's not much time left. His spinning effort didn't quite find the net, and I think that may just about do it.
Credit to St. Croix. They came out second half a lot better. The improvement was there. The end product was not. But they should be at a full force for the next game against Minneapolis City, so we should look forward to that for next Sunday, I believe, right?
Yep, looks like the 10th. That is the Sunday. Next game for St. Croix will be right here at Pony Stadium, 7 p.m. on Sunday the 10th. So if you are watching at home, listening, and you want to watch another game, that'll be the next time, 7 o'clock on Sunday the 10th. And if you want to come out here, there's the tacos, those Los Campos. Is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Los Campos. Delicious food. I can attest. It at least smells delicious.
Oh, no, it's against Thunder Bay Chill.
Yep, Thunder Bay, and then
the 14th.
So 2 games left of the regular season for St. Croix. The game against Sunday against Thunder Bay, and then Minneapolis City in their final game here on Wednesday the 14th. Or I'm sorry. That will do it here at Pony Stadium for this match. Final score, RKC 2, St. Croix 0. Kind of a rough one there for St. Croix. They gave it a good effort in the second half. They just couldn't quite find a way into the net.
No, I know. It's something that I think 2 games, 2 losses in a row, just kind of hitting a little bit of a low part of their season after just a great start, hitting top 25 in the USL2 nationwide. kind of a bad game there with Rochester that just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and come here without your leading scorer to be able to help you guys out with the team that you had beaten 4-0 earlier in the season. It's just something that I think morale might be a little low right now. See how we can go ahead and bounce back here. 2 games left in the regular season at home, at least. See if we can get at least 6 more points.
Yep, as we can see, 2 games left in the regular season for St. Croix. My apologies. It is Wednesday, July 10th. Now the dates make more sense to me. Wednesday, July 10th, back here at Stillwater. That one is against Thunder Bay Chill. And then their final regular season game will be Sunday the 14th. That one will be against Minneapolis City SC, the little Minnesota Derby. Those will be the final 2 regular season games. And then there is a Minnesota Super Cup game. St. Croix is in the final of that. I think that game's on July 27th. Anyway, still a bit more soccer to play. Hopefully St. Croix can find their way out of this losing streak, get a few more points, and then qualify for those playoffs. It seemed like they were a shoo-in a couple games ago, and just a rough couple of games. Last game, it's just everything went wrong, and then today just first half effort, wasn't 100% there, and second half effort was, but it just wasn't enough. And RKC RKC didn't have too many more chances. They had the Meyer to make that one nice save, but they didn't have too many chances. They just buried what they had.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of defensive mistake, soft penalty that just kind of gave and dug their own grave there for St. Croix. But St. Croix had a couple of chances. First half, they had that shot from Shea Bechtel. They had that individual brilliance from Casey and Leo being able to put that ball across the 6. And in the second half, again, Leo being able to get a little bit of brilliance there and having a shot. Couple of dangerous crosses in the second half. And even a couple of corners, set pieces that they were able to go ahead and get in there. But I just think they have to be better in the first half to be able to not chase the game in the second.
That is correct. All right, well, that'll do it here from Pony Stadium. Once again, final score, RKC 2, St. Croix Legends 0. Once again, 2 more games. This has been Tom Fitzer with Adolfo Gonzalez with Valley Access.
Support from local community sponsorships make a lot of our programming possible, including our popular coverage of Stillwater Pony Sports. Sponsor school programming, as well as community events. Support local community organizations and their events by sponsoring our coverage or donating at our website, vactv.org. Preserve those local events that last a lifetime. Visit the VAC TV store on your computer or mobile device to purchase school programs and community events. DVD, Blu-ray, and digital downloads are available. Make it easy and search for your program that you wish to purchase. Buying is convenient with multiple options at your disposal while checking out. Visit vactv.org/store today.
Community Ed serves a great purpose in our community and helps keep families connected.
Community education has something for everyone.
I really love watching the kids improve.
You can do it! Nice job!
Come and see us at Community Ed for a good time for kids and families.
Support from local community sponsorships make a lot of our programming possible, including our popular coverage of Stillwater Pony Sports. Sponsor school programming, as well as community events. Support local community organizations and their events by sponsoring our coverage or donating at our website, vactv.org. Preserve those local events that last a lifetime. Visit the VAC TV store on your computer or mobile device to purchase school programs and community events. DVD, Blu-ray, and digital downloads are available. Make it easy and search for your program that you wish to purchase. Buying is convenient with multiple options at your disposal while checking out. Visit vactv.org/store today.
Community Ed serves a great purpose in our community and helps keep families connected.
Community education has something for everyone.
I really love watching the kids improve.
You can do it! Nice job!
Come and see us at Community Ed for a good time for kids and families.
Tom Fitz here with Valley Access with St. Croix Legends man of the match, Jacob Dinzio. And Jacob, obviously not the result you're looking for, 2-0 loss, but is there what positives can you take away from this game?
I feel like we came out and we started off pretty strong. I don't think our first half was that bad. We got a couple goals that were long bounces, and I don't think we gave up. I think our heart was in it for most of the game, although we weren't very clinical in the box or, winning many 50-50s. I think we were emotionally and passionately in the game for a while. Maybe not the last 20, but I don't think we can take that away. Do I speak a little louder?
That's I did notice that in the second half, the first 25 minutes or so, you guys were you could see there was a lot more enthusiasm, passion, a lot more pressure on RKC, and then obviously it just kind of dissipated. It happens. I know it's been a rough couple losses. What do you guys got to do to get back in that winning form?
I think it was the 4th of July, obviously, so we weren't training much. I think if we get back to the training grounds, we really get our feet under our grounds, and then we come out to the next game, and those first 25 minutes, like we did earlier in the season, actually finish our chances and continue with the energy throughout the rest of the game. We don't want the decline that we saw today, from the first 20 to maybe the last 20 or 30.
Okay, very good. And I think you, before the interview started, you said so you just finished your senior year at Hill Murray. And then where are you heading next for school?
I am headed to Amherst College, which is in Boston.
Okay, very cool. And I think you said Amherst just actually lost the national championship game last year too, St. Olaf, which a few of your St. Croix teammates played on. So that'll be. Was there any contention when you made that decision?
Well, it was funny because I came back into the locker room. St. Olaf had just beat Amherst, and then I told all the St. Olaf guys on their team that I was going to Amherst College, and they gave me some dirty looks because, you know, they aren't too friendly. But
I can imagine if you played someone in the national championship game, there would be some intense feelings that would happen. So, but no, hopefully, well, best of luck to you there. Best of luck to you the rest of the season. Hopefully you guys can get back on the winning track soon, and thanks for doing this.
Yep, thank you so much. Have a great.
All right, this has been Tom Fitzer with Valley Access. Cool.
Hey, who are we? 1, 2, 3.
Went to nationals last year?
Yes, I was. We went to North Carolina last year. It was great.
How was that experience?
It was good. Lots of coaches on the sidelines, which you like to see. The school I committed to actually saw me play there, and that's how I was able to commit there eventually to Drake. So it was a really good experience for that. And